Welcome to Bean Doodling. I'm your host, Kara Bean, and today we're going to be doodling some really weird rabbits. You will need paper, pencil, markers, eraser optional. So pause the video so you can go get those things because that's the fun of the internet. You can pause. And then we're back. Okay, let's get started. So today we're going to focus on drawing some very strange rabbits because I thought that'd be fun. And I am personally inspired by this really cool, weird book I have called Insanely Twisted Rabbits by Michel Gagne. And he's an animator, and he just filled up this sketchbook basically of drawings of his rabbit, but as weird and creepy and strange as he could possibly draw his rabbit. So he really experimented with what can you do to something that's sort of like a rabbit, but also could be like a monster or an insect, like that. You can see that one's throwing up, right? But they're somehow still a little bit like a rabbit, just like a really weird rabbit. You can see he used colored pencil here, right? And he's a professional artist, so these are very well sketched. Look at this one. Pretty cute, huh? So what he would do is use basic shapes, and we're going to go very simple, very basic, and we're going to draw using a tool. I'm going to use my Sharpie, okay? And I'm going to warm it up so I know I'm ready. I like the sound that it makes. And I'm going to test it out, make sure it's working right. I'm going to do a few ellipses. And that's looking pretty nice. Okay, and then basically, let's just talk about simple basic drawing, which is what we need for just like what we're going to do today. The most simple thing you can do is just make a dot on your page. Just touch it once. Boop. Okay, and that's like the most basic shape that you can probably do is a dot. If you take your dot and you drag it along, then it becomes a line. And your line can do any kind of thing you want it to. But then if you take that line, continue taking it for a walk, and close it back in, then it becomes a shape. Okay, so we have lines, we have dots, and we have shapes. And what we're going to do today is sort of play with really simple, easy shapes and make them into rabbits. How to make something into a rabbit? Well, it's pretty easy. You basically just add really long ears, okay, to really any shape, and you can probably make it look kind of like a rabbit. Give it some eyes, give it a little nose, maybe some whiskers, little paws, little tail, and boom, it becomes a rabbit. So what we'll do is we'll draw a bunch of shapes and make them into rabbits, but oh my goodness, I just remembered something. I'm so sorry. I left the oven on. I will be right back. So what I'm going to do while I'm away, just like 2 seconds, I seriously have to turn this off. Just draw a bunch of shapes, and then we'll get back and we'll keep drawing. Sorry.
Shh. She'll never make rabbits out of these doodles. Wah, wah. Shh.
Sorry about that. Oven's turned off. Everything is fine. Don't worry. Okay, so let's draw some shapes. Hey, whoa! Somebody drew like a sad face on my paper. That's weird. But guess what? It doesn't bother me because I can make anything into a rabbit. Anything. Any shape at all. So I have 3 shapes here, and it kind of makes a face, but it's taking up too much of my paper, and it's an angry face, and I want it to be a bit more fun. So I'm going to see each one of these shapes as a separate rabbit, and I'm going to start adding ears, okay? So step 1, add ears. Now they all have ears. They're almost rabbits already. Now I'm going to add some eyes. making my eyes, making different kinds of eyes. Okay, I jumped and I already made a nose and a mouth on that one. I'm going to keep making, and I made a nose and a mouth on that one too. So I'm going to add a nose and a mouth to this one. And I can try different things. And maybe some little whiskers. And I'm going to give it, this is like a weird long skinny rabbit. Just going to give it 2 arms. Little paws. Some legs, maybe a little tail. This one's going to have a fat body. Little tail. And this one, maybe this one will be more like a human. Be wearing like a shirt. Right. So that's fun. Look at it. It's not a frowny face anymore. It's just 3 funny different kinds of rabbits. This guy's arm needs to go in here. Maybe he has a heart on his sweater. I like to wear shirts with hearts. And then I have all this negative space still. Like there's still a lot of room on my page. So I'm just going to add more shapes. I'm going to keep it simple. So maybe I have, oh yeah, and I should say this too. When you make your shapes, stop thinking about rabbits and just don't think about anything and just draw blobs and shapes and just whatever comes out is great. And then that's called doodling, right? Like that's the doodling part of your drawing. So we're not thinking, right? So now I've got way more shapes. And that was the doodling part. You can see how fast I did it. And now I can start noodling. So I can say, now I need to add ears, eyes, a mouth, maybe a body. And I can be as weird as I want. There's no rules here. I'm just having fun. So let's look at this one. This one I kind of want to make the ears in the front. Maybe it's sleeping. Its eyes are like letter U's. And then I can add little paws. And a little tail. And there's one rabbit. Now I've got this one that kind of looks like a snail. And wouldn't it be funny if it was a snail that was a rabbit? So I'm going to twist this into a snail shell. And then loop this out, and then put a rabbit head It's a rabbit snail. Like, that's fun. I have like a star shape up here, so I can make that into a rabbit. I'm going to add, well, maybe I'll put that ears here in the front again. And add some hands. And it's kind of like a flying rabbit, flying through space. Then I have this blob down here. I'm going to add 2 ears. I'm going to add cute eyes. Just circle with a dot inside. Triangle nose. Smile. And some paws. And kind of looks like he's wearing like a dress or something, or she's wearing like a really weird long dress. I just let my imagination take over. Got 2 more blobs here, so this one I'm going to do, let's see, Maybe eyes here, ears, nose, smile. This one kind of has hair. I'm going to give her like fancy flowing hair. The wind is blowing her hair. And I have one more up here, so I'm going to make this one to a rabbit. This one will be Gotta have my ears, gotta have my eyes. Maybe he's like typing on a computer. He's looking at my video. Okay. There we go. So I can keep going and just making more shapes and more rabbits and more shapes and more rabbits, and I can do many pages of these and just spend as much time as I want. I can listen to music and do this, just relax. And then when I'm all done, I can put out some scrap paper, get out my paints, maybe add some paint to them, or take my colored pencils and add some shading. I could just take marker, like I have a blue marker here, and I could add little details and, make them stand out even more, which is fun. Maybe I make some polka dots on my snail rabbit. Right? And the point is, we did something cool. We filled up a piece of paper with drawings and hopefully made yourself laugh. And if you're working with a friend, you can have them draw you shapes and you can trade off so that you don't have to draw all your own shapes. Someone else can do some for you. All right, well, I hope that was a good time. And feel free to let me know if you like this video and I'll make some more. Okay, take care. Keep drawing. Bye-bye.